and welcome to my channel. My name is Mia, and since we are approaching Christmas and I am so the last minute shopper, I decided to give those of you who are also last minute shoppers some book recommendations for gifts on this Christmas season. But these are some books that I personally love, and there are actually a lot of books, so I won't tell you too much details about each book because this video will be very long. Since we have so many books, let's go ahead and get started. So for those of you who know some young teenagers or somebody that loves that genre and is also into fantasy and into dystopian worlds, I would recommend for you to give as a gift either Shatter Me by Tahereh Mafi or The Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. Shatter Me is written in a specific way. It's different. It's almost poetic and is in a train of thoughts, and there's it's a very interesting writing style. It's very sad for the most part. It's a very negative way of thinking per se, but I really enjoyed that myself, so I thought it was a fantastic series. And on The Throne of Glass, we have a very strong and very confident assassin who is trying to gain her freedom. Moving right along, I have one book that I recommend for comedy. I absolutely love this book. It's a non-fiction book and is fantastic. If you have somebody in your life that's into the funnier side of things, I would recommend to get them The Bossy Pants by Tina Fey, because Tina Fey is fantastic. She's hilarious, and this book is so good. You can basically hear her as you're reading the book. Like, it's so her. It's fantastic. And the audiobook, I believe, is narrated by her. So it's probably very awesome. I haven't listened to it, but I'm sure it's fantastic. So I would recommend this for a gift for Christmas to somebody who loves comedy. If you have someone in your life who's into video games and a little bit more of what some people would say geeky type of things, such as myself, I would recommend you to get them either Homeland by R.A. Salvatore. This is his first book of the Dark Elf trilogy, and it's about elves and gnomes and this magical world mixed with humans, and it's just very interesting. I think this will make a great gift. I would also recommend All Men's War. This is the first book of the All Men's War trilogy or series, and this is by John Scalzi, and this is a different take. This is an intergalactic war kind of thing going on, and there's all these different creatures and all these different planets, and you get to experience his idea of the universe during war, and there's some very cool technological aspects to it as well. So I think somebody that's into the sci-fi kind of category of books will really enjoy this. So if you have somebody in your life who's interested in different cultures, I have a few book recommendations for them. My first recommendation will be A Single Shard, and this is by Linda Sue Park, and this takes place in Korea, but it's, I think, yes, in the 12th century Korea, and it's a very interesting perspective on things. It's in a small village, and this young boy breaks some work of this very famous pottery artist, and it's basically about him having to work to repaying and finding within that work that he's doing to repay for his mistake passion and a different purpose for his life and whatnot. But it's very interesting. It has so much influence by the cultural background of the book, and I think it was fantastic. Another cultural book that I would recommend would be Sold by Patricia McCormick. This is a different kind of story entirely from the previous book, A Single Shard. This one is definitely sadder. This takes place in Nepal and in India, and basically this is about a 13-year-old girl who ends up getting sold into slavery and taken from Nepal to India. And it's written in a series of vignettes, so it's very poetic, like it's very nice. It's a very sad story. It's a big eye-opener. The last book I have to recommend in this category, I would recommend The Kite Runner by Khaled Hosseini, and this book I thought was genius. The book takes place in Afghanistan for part of it, and in the US and whatnot. It covers a few different cultures, and it does talk about the difference between these cultures, and it's very, very sad. It's basically about how unfair life can be, but it's a great story. A book that I recommend basically to anyone, but I feel that if you have someone who you want to gift a book and you're not 100% sure exactly what it is that they like, I think that everyone could find something that they would like about this particular book that's, in my opinion, a list, and that is The Ocean at the End of the Lane by Neil Gaiman. Neil Gaiman has this way of writing that is very simple, but it carries a lot of meaning, and this story follows an unnamed boy who, as a grown-up, goes back to his hometown where he grew up and visits this house where he grew up, and he basically starts remembering all of these things that he had forgotten about his childhood, and it's very mysterious. It's definitely kind of dark, but this story, in my opinion, carries so much meaning, and I feel that anyone that reads this story can deduct something from it and take something from the story, and it may be different on different people's perspectives. So I think it's a very neat gift. It's a small book, so if it's somebody that's not necessarily a big reader, they can still read it, and I think that anyone would enjoy this. A book I recommend for those in your life who are big-time pet lovers and love animals is Marley and Me, and this is by John Grogan, and this book is one of my all-time favorite books. I just really loved it. I'm sure most of you have already heard about it, but it follows Marley, who is this mischievous dog, and it follows his life through his owner's perspective, and is the saddest thing in the world, and is beautiful, and it's got some pictures of Marley, so you get to meet Marley, and you know, it goes through his entire life up to his passing, and although it's sad, it's also so heartwarming, and I don't know, if you love animals, I think you would definitely love this book, so I highly recommend it for those animal lovers in your life. Now I have a couple of romance recommendations for you guys. They're quite different. The first one is a very light-hearted romance. It's just a fast, very enjoyable read, and is a great just romance to read, and that would be Everything Everything by Nicola Yoon. I really enjoyed this. Another romance story that I recommend is not necessarily just a romance. I mean, this book is also one of my all-time favorite books, and it was just such a beautiful story, heartbreaking. I don't know, it was just fantastic, and that is The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. It's a beautiful romance story. It's got a lot of sadness. It talks about cancer, and it's such a good story. It's definitely going to make him cry, but it's a fantastic story, and I just had to recommend it. Another book that deals with disease and coping and all of that stuff. Another book that basically has a big meaning and a big teaching within the story, and it's just a beautiful story. But that would be A Monster Calls by Patrick Ness. This book is absolutely beautiful. The monster in the story is depicted entirely different. It's not the bad guy. I don't know, it's just a fantastic read. It's very sad, but it's very good. And this book has illustrations in it. The illustrations are kind of creepy, but they're absolutely fantastic. This next book would be perfect for parents. I think the story was phenomenal, obviously, because I'm recommending it, but it's perfect for parents. I'm not a parent myself, but I could totally understand the story, and I grasped the meaning so fully. If you know someone who likes to read and who is a parent, I think they would really enjoy this book. I have the Spanish version, but they do have it in English as well, and in English is called The Hem That Dreamed with Flying, and this is by Song Mi Wong, and is about being a parent and how much you will love your kids, your relationship with your kids, how it changes as they grow. And it also talks about the sacrifices you make for your kids and teaching them all those years, you know, how to grow up strong, how to take care of them, how you nurture them, and then how you have to do the most difficult for you as a parent, which is to let them go and let them follow their own dreams and create their own life and stuff like that. And it's a beautiful, beautiful story. It is sad and it's heartwarming. It's through the perspective of animals, so it's just an all-around amazing read. It's definitely one of my favorite books of all time. On a different note, if you have someone in your life who likes historical fiction, I would recommend The Painted Bridge, and this is a novel by Wendy Walens, and this was a very good read. It covers psychological diseases, it covers how people dealt with those diseases in the late 1800s or mid 1800s. It takes place in London, so it also takes place on a different country. It was just a very good story. The next couple of books that I'm going to recommend are for basically middle grade kids, younger kids. I think they'll really enjoy these books. This is one of my favorite books, and it's called Owls in the Family. This is by Farley Mowat, and it's hilarious, it's adorable. It's a very little story, but it's great. It follows two owls in the family. I can't remember their names. It's been a long time since I read it last, but it's such a fun, short, and enjoyable read. I think kids will really enjoy this, so I wanted to mention it here. Also, I would recommend The Revenge of the Shadow King. This is by Derek Benz and J.S. Lewis, and this is the first book of the Grey Griffins, and is about a group of friends who basically have to overcome these dangers and, you know, survive these dangers. It involves magic, it involves a set of cards that the creatures from that set of cards come to life through a book. It's very cool. It's an interesting story. Another book that I like to recommend, and this book I don't think is necessarily just for middle graders, because I absolutely love it to this day. I think anyone will love these books, and I don't think there's anything I need to say about it. But that would be the Harry Potter new editions, the illustrated edition. The only one out so far is the Sorcerer's Stone, and this is something that even if they already own the Harry Potter series, you can still gift this to them, because this is definitely a collectible series. It is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen, and it is fantastic. For those of you who have that person in your life who is, for the most part, ridiculously negative and likes to pinpoint all of the issues in the world and has kind of a crazy perspective on things, then I would definitely recommend Solipsist by Henry Rollins, because this is one of my favorite books. I absolutely love it. As you can see, there are so many pages that I had to mark, because I'm definitely going to read it again and again and again. I love this, love this, love this. It is definitely not for everybody, because like I said, it's a very negative take on life and negative take on things, and it's kind of crazy at times, but I absolutely love it. Another book I would like to recommend would be, well, it could be any of these ones. This is just the one that I have that I like the most, and these are the 30-second books. The editor is Christian Jarrett, and there's a lot of people that cooperate or collaborate with this kind of books. They have them in Barnes and Nobles, and I just really like him. It's obviously non-fiction, and they have all kinds. This one is the psychology one, but they have mathematics, they have biology. Oh my gosh, they have like basically every single topic out there, and it's a beautiful hardcover book. It's got the coolest illustrations in the inside. I think it's definitely collectibles items as well, and I think anyone who has a specific interest could enjoy one of this, because I absolutely love my psychology one, and I have the biology one as well. And if you have somebody that's really into mathematics, they would really enjoy that one, or somebody that's really into history, they would enjoy that one. So there's just definitely somebody in your life you can give this to, and even if they're not a big reader, they can still enjoy it, because it's not something you have to read the entire book. The last category I wanted to mention would be comics. So for those of you who have friends who are really into the comic world, then I will have to recommend a couple for you guys. If your friends are adults and don't mind the language and the nudity and that sort of thing, I will have to recommend Saga by Brian K. Vaughan, I always say his last name wrong, and Fiona Staples. This is so good. It's about a family trying to overcome everything else. There's a war and they're supposed to be enemies, but they're in love and they have a child, and it's told by the child's perspective, and it's fantastic. And I think I've talked about this so much, but it's really, really good. So I would definitely recommend this as a gift for those of you who have those comic lovers in your life. Another one that I would recommend, Batman Eternal. This is the volume 1. These are the new 52, and it's very interesting, especially if that person is really into the art of comics. They will really enjoy this, because there are, I don't even know, like 10 different artists working on this comic, so you get to see all these different, very interesting art styles. So I think anyone will love this, because 1, is Batman, and 2, it has such a variety of art types that I'm sure you'll find one in there that is your cup of tea, and it's not as gruesome as the other one, so anyone could enjoy it. That is it, you guys. I know this is an incredibly long video. I should have split it in 2, but I didn't. I am very sorry. Hopefully you stuck around till the end. If you did, thank you, and I will see you very soon in another video. Bye!